You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Why you gotta take it there? Retake. This isn't gonna work. We're not talking about any integrity. We are trying to exploit a generation. Ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy. You guys played footsie under the table? No. Yes, but that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No. There's potato vodka everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 201. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my eponymous co-host.
I don't think that's accurate, but my name is Adam Ham.
I don't even know what that word means.
I think I've explained this to you before. Eponymous means like self-titled, like named after...
A thing named after... Yeah, you're named after... Adam. Adam the guy. The first one. You know, the Adam.
What? Then that doesn't make any sense. Well, the first Adam wasn't named Adam Ham anyway.
No, that's true. He was Adam. What was Adam and Eve's last name?
Well, they didn't exist, so...
Hey, man, there's probably a guy named Adam back then at some point.
That depends on what you mean by back then.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess.
Let me think here. Let me think of a different word. What about salubrious? Is that good? That's you.
Is what good?
Salubrious. That's the word.
Salubrious?
Yep, salubrious.
Salubrious.
Correct.
I don't even know what that... I'm going to have to look that one up.
A word I know that you don't. That'll be the day.
Does it mean like salivating a lot or something?
No, it actually just means healthy. I'm making a joke on your cookie eating.
Oh, that's kind of probably not accurate.
It's health-giving, actually. But Adam, you're salubrious. You make me feel better whenever I talk to you.
Health-giving.
And whenever anyone listens to your beautiful
I make you
tones.
feel... My dulcet tones.
That's correct.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm having some audio issues here. I think you're robo-tripping.
You're robo-tripping for sure, Adam. I have a feeling that your internet is to blame. Tell your brother to stop torrenting so many episodes of whatever he's watching. It's killing your bandwidth.
No, and I'm pretty sure my internet's actually A-okay.
Oh, you think so?
I do.
Oh, I just got a message. Oh, Eric's not very happy about Chris Jericho.
What's happened with Chris Jericho?
He's just on TV and he's acting. I have a 56 megabits per second right now, Adam.
Did you do the speed test?
I did the speed test.
Fine, two can play at this game.
Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't even let it run. I mean, I didn't optimize.
Oh, I see.
Okay, anyway. Well, Adam runs his speed test. I'll chat. No, we're done. We stopped talking about wrestling a while ago.
Yeah.
Because Adam stopped caring.
Pretty much.
Well, and wrestling got pretty bad for a while.
Yeah.
They kind of just kept doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. And then now it's gotten better.
It seems to... It always gets good, like, around now up to...
Yeah, WrestleMania season.
WrestleMania, yeah.
Yeah,
they bring like, the rest of the time, it really seems worth watching.
They bring back the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, I'm blaming your internet for all this.
Are you?
I'm going on... Yeah, your internet, which fucking local truckers take out on a fucking weekly basis.
Yeah.
It's not... I don't know how much I trust your connection quality. That you're basically, like, running the... like Chinese internet cafe a la running like a bundle of cables just across a street into like a hovel. That's what your situation is
funny.
Right now.
Yeah.
It is though. Like, you ever see those, like, Chinese, like, rural Chinese city streets things where they just have bundles of, like, coax and Cat5 cables going across, like, streets and whatnot? Because they don't have, like, real, like, infrastructure built for those, like, far out cities because they grew so fast. That's you, man. That's you.
I guess.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, well, my speed is terrible right now. I'm, of course, on Wi-Fi, so... But I'm getting like 3.5 megabits per second. And my upload is twice that. Oh, not quite twice that. So it's like 5.7.
Tell your roommates to stop downloading porn. And
not, though.
Oh, how do you know that?
I know.
You don't know. Turn on your router thing.
I know everything.
So you can see what people are downloading.
I don't know I want to do that.
Turn off quality of service. Get on it. Prioritize your IP address.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We'll power through it, but
yeah. Actually, you stopped robo tripping, so maybe just need a good jog speed test. You know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, man. You're the one sharing the internet. I'm not, and I'm wired. I have a feeling I'm not the issue.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're right.
What'd you say?
I said you're right. You're right.
I'm right. I'm wired up. I wish my whole apartment was wired up though. Wireless is so shitty.
Yeah, I think that all the time too. They advertise all this like, well, you know, it's like a fucking gigabit, you know, wireless router shit, and you're like, really?
Yeah, really? Check out this router, 1 gigabit.
Because I know mine is supposed to be at least like 50 transfer or something like that, like 50 megabits or 100 megabits. And like,
it never gives that though.
No, never. Obviously. No.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is always constantly at like 5 or 6, megabits. And it's like, well, I could upgrade. I did buy a shitty $30 router from Amazon. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could get those $150 fucking Death Spider ones that they have. You ever see those? They have like 800 antennas coming out of them. They look like some sort of sci-fi monster.
Ones that have a couple, but
yeah, I don't know. I always see that Asus one that's got like 10 like giant antennas spiking out of it, like some sort of crown of internet connectivity.
I don't think I've seen that, but I do believe you.
Yeah. Anyway, so how's your week been? It's a short week in between this time because we had to.
Not bad. My sister came down and visited with my nephew. We hung
nice.
Out. Yeah,
the baby that I see in the picture every time you talk.
Yeah,
because that's Adam's Google Plus profile picture.
Yeah. You remind me of the babe.
Oh shit. The babe who does the voodoo.
Oh God.
I fucked it up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't.
It's okay.
I've been a staunch not liker of that movie.
I know. It's so wonderful, Labyrinth. Actually, it's the second half is boring.
I know.
The first half is good. The second half is bad.
It's an uneven film.
It is uneven.
Every part where Bowie is on screen is incredible.
That is true. Except maybe for that weird masquerade dream sequence, which is kind of just weird.
Well, where he's like going to have sex with a teenage girl.
Not necessarily that, but like more like, well, yeah, the dancing with her, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Oh shit. So we play Kingmaker, Pathfinder RPG game, and they changed in the most recent update. Brothels in Kingmaker are now dance halls.
Oh, come on!
I know, right? So now we've called them broth halls.
Broth halls?
Yeah, it's where prostitutes bring out hot soup to you.
Oh, nice.
They're broth halls. Yeah, I know, right? They're like, oh, we got to make this more kid-friendly, I guess?
Yeah.
It's okay, though. You can call them either way. They don't, like, really push it hard. They just... When they came out with the tokens, they were like, maybe we shouldn't have a token that says brothel on it.
Yeah.
Whatever. We got brothels in our cities, so... Adam, we rescued you, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Starcalo Marcado?
Nope. Your character from... Thank you. I like that you don't even remember the dumb name you gave your character.
I do, but you always mess it up. So I thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Staccato Marcato.
Yes, exactly.
That's his name.
It's not the one we rescued, though. We rescued your Alchemist from
the other campaign.
Paladin in Hell.
Yeah.
So I could tell. I'll tell the story because it's interesting. So Adam's character is a summoner, and Adam, you changed. Oh no, it was the summoner we rescued. Sorry.
Oh,
because your alchemist left.
Yeah.
Like happily, and the summoner went back to the Earth plane, EO, as the campaign runner's planet is called, and he was killed by some Bargeist, like crazy guy.
He was eaten by him, I think.
He was eaten by him, correct. He died. So we were like in hell for a long time. We'd forgotten all about it, except for that when we learned he was dead, and that was sad. And then we were in hell for a long time. I'm a paladin in hell. The idea is a paladin was in paladin school, and he was like, I'm going to take an oath to do something. And I'm going to choose to go recover this shield that our order has coveted. And it's like from the founder of our paladin order. And apparently he died in hell and they took the shield away. And it's this artifact that we've lost forever. And my guy was like, I'll take that because I'll just I looked for it, it's impossible, it's in hell. And then immediately I get a hot tip on how to get into hell. And so we all go through hell, meet all these guys on the way who join us, and Adam's character, the summoner, was there. And then when they changed the summoner class a bit, Adam was like, I'd rather be an alchemist because it's better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, summoner was still pretty cool, but
it wasn't the way you wanted to play. So
no, and I wanted to try the alchemist out, and alchemist is awesome.
Alchemist is awesome. They're basically like a quick speed bomb maker. They can throw bombs, or they can drink quick drink potions that give them abilities like Jekyll and Hyde kind of.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. That's a pretty fun class. But anyway, so we're going through hell. We go through all the things. I mean, this is like hell. We go through all the different circles. We start in oh god, I don't even remember.
Starting like Gehenna, outside
Gehenna.
of.
Thank you. We go to Gehenna, to Dis, to the Vaults of Mammon, to and now we're in the circle after that, of which I can't remember. The one that Belial runs. I can't even remember. Let me look up Circles of Hell, because this is very Dante. Yeah, Belial. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but let me look at the names, because I'll get it in a second.
I'd be in ring 3 or 4 by now.
Okay, I clicked a Google image and it downloaded a Dante Inferno review.doc. I don't know what that is.
Have you made it to the chicken ring yet?
Yeah, I know. That's an inside joke. God, I don't know why I don't remember this. The fifth circle. This is Greed circle we're in, so that would make sense. Because right now the circle we're in is just kind of a big battle constantly, and you're when you appear at this circle, your soul is taken out by the soul forger and made into a weapon of your choice. And you kill other people with that soul thing, and then you get little soul cylinders of their soul to use as currency to buy stuff.
Wow.
So it's kind of a plane of immortal battle, or not immortal battle, but a never-ending battle that never ends. So
sounds pretty hardcore.
It is. So we killed a lot of things. But while we were running around, there was kind of a Witcher kind of thing, like the Wild Hunt. There was a giant pack of dogs and demon creature monsters running around, just kind of tearing everybody up, and you'd hear barking and have to run and get away. And the Soul Forger, who's the leader of it, and he's a guy who took his own soul out and forged it into an anvil on which he creates all these crazy things for other devils, basically. So he's the all of hell's fucking quartermaster guy with the armor of hell. So he's one badass mofo. So he rolls around.
Blacksmiths.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. The blackest of blacksmiths. He Chris Rock, bigger and blacker. Anyway, he's hosting the Oscars.
Cool.
Yeah, that's just a little Oscar tip for you. But we went through that, and then one of the dogs came by. A group of them came by, and one of them looked really familiar. And we're like, huh, well, this dog looks really familiar. And Adam, do you know who that dog was?
Was the dog the summoner?
No, the dog was your summoned creature dog, Barkley.
Barkley!
Yes.
Oh.
Barkley, I guess that's what he was when you summoned him. You summoned him from hell. That was the plane he was from. He was a hellhound type dog.
He was.
Who was a badass.
Yes.
And so when you summoned him up there, he kind of, I guess, went soft a bit. And so when he met us and didn't kill us on sight, like, he got in trouble. But he was like, hey,
you there?
The guy. What was your character's name?
The gnome.
Yeah. Oh, Twisk.
Hot Whiskers.
Yes, Hot Whiskers. Twisk.
The
gnome. He was a. He's down here. They took him. Like, they're trying to turn him into one of me, basically. So like, turns out all those hounds were like souls that had been like forced through like a nefarious means, which we had found out was like a what they had done was they had chained up like this demon, like monster, like this god basically of the Kaitens, which are kind of like a chain demon, like they're covered in chains and they're badass. So they had captured a god of that, and then they had the water from the river Styx, which basically like is chaotic water. It basically like turns you to chaotic over time, like your alignment. And so what they did was they poured this evil blood into that, and basically it made that water turn you into evil. So they were using it and feeding all the dogs that. And so your guy, we landed in the compound, and we found you as a dog. Like, I was like, it was like, the dog looks like someone you remember. And we were like, oh my God, it's you. And he was like, Armando? Oh man, I must be hallucinating. I haven't gotten enough of my juice. So we kicked you off the juice for a while.
Oh, I need some of that sweet evil juice though.
I know, Adam. You wanted that evil juice. But it's actually pretty cool what happened. So that's why I'm recanting the whole thing. And so and we had to fight a Cerberus, a son of Cerberus, so a 3-headed dog, who I said looked like Clifford the Big Red Dog, but with 3 heads. I just said that, of course. That wasn't what he looked like. But I did a deviant art search immediately, and immediately found that image of Clifford the Cerberus, which exists. And we fought that thing, killed it, went across like this bridge into the Soul Forge, basically. Yeah. And we found Barkley there, and he was penned up, and we're like, all right, cool. And we hung out in there, looked around for a bit, went into the Soul Forge room, and there was like all sorts of cool like magic stuff. I found the other half of my Holy Avenger that I had half of. Sweet. So he had like a piece of it, which was awesome. So I'm excited about that. And then the Soul Forger showed up, and we were trapped. There was no way out. And so we were in the room, and he met us, and we were like, we were trying to figure out basically what his soul was, because we knew he had taken his own soul out of his own body, and we couldn't figure it out. And we went through a bunch of riddles and hints that had been given through us throughout the whole campaign, and it turned out it was his anvil. And so I as a paladin, like, threw up my diplomacy, and I was like, it'd be a pity if something would happen to your soul. And I slapped the anvil real hard with my magic hand. I lay on hand. I didn't do the spell, but I was like, it'd be real bad if something happened. And he looked real fidgety, and he was like, just, what do you want? Like, and so we asked him where we could find the shield, and he was like, I have never heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about. And then he was like, but if it's going to be anywhere, all those artifacts end up with Beelzebub. So you're going to have to go to him. I was like, okay, great. Where to? And now we have to figure that out. But on the way out, he's like, all right, you got answered your questions. You got 10 minutes. And if we never, I'll forget that we ever saw each other. Like, don't come back here, but I'm not going to kill you because you could kill me. We don't want to have that fight. So we go out there, and then there's the big pack of dogs, and they both are like growling at you and Barkley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I take an item that we got. Were you still around when we solved the Dis stuff? All the stuff that happened, the tree grows in Dis.
No, because I was in Dis when we left. When I left, but we're like in some kind of sewer chasing somebody or something.
Okay, yep. Dis is like the big city in Upper Hell. Like it's just kind of like there are like devils and like lost souls and human slaves living there, like that had been transported to the plane. Yeah. So it was all kind of crazy.
You say nothing like this.
Yes, and so we had been given by like a deity at some point, or some good guy, these like hazelnut necklaces. They have like a hazelnut on them, and we had given one to this like basically it was an Arrhenius, which is like the policeman of hell.
And the wing ladies.
Yes, and she had kind of like been on our side a bit, like she had like seen, like when we had to deal with like the police in hell, she would be the one that got our case. We could usually talk our way out of it,
I remember because I showed off my wings to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I had wings too.
Yes, you could grow wings and so she had, we had given these necklaces, and she had gotten one as well during like some crazy like thing that happened in a basement of a casino where God was being held captive and stuff. And they had given us a premonition and given us those like special seeds, and then she had died during a fight up after we had gotten out. Like we were cornered by a bunch of devils, basically. We were like, fuck you guys. You guys are paladin and hell. And we got this traitor Arrhenius that's helping you out. And she fought to the death, died, and a giant tree grew out of her corpse, basically. And we could see her soul ascending out of hell, basically.
Damn.
And then we learned her backstory was like she and this guy like loved each other, and they ended up in hell, and she had been corrupted over time and became that, but she still had a good soul underneath or something. So we still had those necklaces. So I was like, before we were gonna fight these dogs, I took the necklace and put it on you. Because I was like, sweet. I know that if you die with this on, it's a one-way ticket out of here. So you need it more than me. Like I'm a paladin, I'll be fine. I did the paladin thing. I gave up my shield, basically my life-saving bracelet,
protection,
and gave it to you. And you guys held off the dogs valiantly while we found created a portal to escape. Basically, you made it so we could get out of there. Sweet. And then as we were flying away, we saw a giant tree come out, and because you had died, obviously. And then there were two gnomes climbing the. And if you had remembered, do you remember your backstory of your character?
Not super.
So you had talked about your character had been a huge fan of his grandfather, who was like a magician type guy who was yeah. That was your grandpa.
Oh,
so his soul had become twisted over time, but you had pulled him back up because you had this connection before he was in hell. And then you were able to save each other and head off to paradise, basically. And so
That's cool.
I completed my mythic task, so we're going to get a mythic level. It was to redeem it was to help a friend, redeem a friend's soul or something. So that was exciting. So yeah, that's what we did last week at D&D.
Nice.
At our Pathfinder game. So
yeah, that's awesome. I might have a chance to join a 5e one coming up.
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
that'd be exciting.
Yeah, it will be. I don't know though. Like everyone I've joined so far has kind of fizzled out after a while. So
yeah, you got to find a
see how it works.
Group. That's because you're playing 5th edition. You don't have the real nerds there. You get all these wannabe...
I would play Pathfinder as well. In fact, I joined a Pathfinder one for a while. Yeah. I even made another Alchemist, and that lasted like one session.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I think the best games ever are the ones that are like not from the adventure paths, but that someone's created whole cloth themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Joe does a great job. Joe's amazing.
An incredibly good job.
He does.
Like, his puzzles are a bit obtuse and difficult, and caused me to yell at him openly in the session, as what happened last time. Because we just literally had no clue what we were supposed to do. Because we're like trying to like go off of like things we learned 5 or 6 sessions ago, which the way we play was like a year ago, and it's like, I don't remember. Like, you have to give me a hint. Just tell me like a key word, and I'll look up my notes. But then we eventually figured it out. And Joe was like, "You got what you need to get this," and I was like, "Okay, it's that thing. We need to give you that," because I just thought of that as like a safety thing, but actually it was the way it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
And he said it was his fault. He should have been more clear that you guys were willing to sacrifice yourselves. Not like they were just like, you guys go, you've done enough. Like, and I was like, no, I gotta save you. Like, like, and I don't want to fail this trial. Yeah, so, I don't know. It is really cool, though, because when it works out like that, it's really unique and great.
Yeah, totally.
So, good luck with your new group, hopefully, if you end up doing it.
Yeah, thanks.
So that was my week in a nutshell. I don't know, what have you been up to before we get into our games of 2016 previews?
Man, not really that much. Saw something, maybe.
Wow.
It's been like...
Adam, when I do stuff, I add it to the Google Doc we have here so I remember to talk about
That's clever.
A couple things here.
Mostly it was hanging out with family this weekend because my sister came down on Saturday. I'm sorry, on Friday.
Yeah.
And Saturday. And so we pretty much hung out all of my weekend.
Got it.
And other than that, I was pretty much just the normal, I did catch up on I saw like the first back from like Supernatural and Flash and Arrow and stuff.
Yes, back from the holiday break.
Yeah, so that's pretty much been my week, catching up on that stuff and all that jazz. Cool. I feel like I saw a movie, but I don't remember what it was.
All right. I don't think I even saw any movies in between.
Yeah.
I had a holiday party that I went to. I didn't win anything. Got a free dinner. I don't know. That was kind of cool, but nothing exciting.
Yeah.
I went through my Steam sale purchases, Adam Ham, and I was like, what did I buy? And I should probably play all of the things I bought. I don't want to be just, because I am, because there's no way I'm going to play all the things I bought. But I hate being that guy who buys something and then never plays it.
No, I know. And that's totally me.
Oh, it is me too. It's too much. So I did a thing. No, I bought the games. So I actually played 2 games. I played. Let me go through my library here. Oh, actually, you know what? It'd be easier for me to look at my Steam profile and what games I played in the last week. Haha. I played Trails in the Sky, of course. Played more of that. I really want to play a game like Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play that game.
Yeah.
But I can't.
It's a good game.
Because I'm waiting to play it. But I need to find another game like that then. Is there any other games like that?
Yes. Pillars of Eternity.
Is that like that? Or is it actually turn-based with like movement and everything? Or is it not?
It's not really turn-based.
Yeah, so I don't want to play it. I want to play turn-based.
I prefer turn-based as well.
I love turn-based for strategizing.
I will say, though, like, it's really not that bad. Pillars of Eternity, as far as that stuff goes.
That's a RPG that's very much like in the style of like Baldur's Gate, right? Kind of like
yeah. But it's pretty doable. In fact, I'm not even sure you might be able to. I don't know. I have to check the options.
I know the idea was like this is like all those Obsidian RPGs, of old.
If you put the speed on slow, though, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, because they have like combat speed options, I think, and
yeah,
so it's really good though. It's a good story and it's good.
But
Yeah. Okay.
I just got to look up like what games.
It's the closest thing I can think of.
Okay. Well,
there's just no other games like Divinity. I mean,
well, there's Divinity and Divine Divinity.
I said no other games. No, except they're not really like the same.
Really?
They're not nearly as good.
Pillars of Eternity cost
they don't have like environmental crazy shit.
$45.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll have to wait for it to be on sale.
Huh?
I guess I could play
I think I got
Shadowfall. I played a bunch of that. I like that game. You ever play Shadowfall?
Oh yeah, I got that.
The Shadowfall on PC and stuff?
I have it, but I haven't really played much of it. I think
it's
started...
It's turn-based, so it's turn and grid-based RPG, so it's real cool, and you're like a hacker.
That's the kind I like,
in the future, and it's kind of badass. Talking about it, I need to play it some more now, because that was pretty fun. Okay, so the games I did play, though. God, I really want to play Divinity. I'm jonesing. That game was good, man. We got those videos up people can watch. I think there's 3 out now.
Yeah.
The 4th will be out this week.
Yeah, you posted the 3rd one not long ago.
Nope, not too long ago, so you can find us playing that. But I played Marvel Heroes 2015 for a hot second. You can tell, like, I kind of was like, I want to play kind of an action RPG. And I was like, that's kind of one of the problems with these free-to-play MMOs, is that their systems are so complicated right now. Because I logged in and I was Iron Man halfway through a mission when I had logged off before. And so I didn't finish the mission. I was like, man, can I choose someone else than Iron Man? I'm kind of feeling Deadpool right now, or like a Spider-Man, you know? Like, and I just switched to them and it said I could do the tutorial again. And I was like, what? I thought you had to pay for characters in this game. Apparently you don't, because you could switch to anyone. But I think everyone's free up to level 10, maybe? And then you have to... See, that's the thing. It's too complicated. I was like, I don't want to bother with
is that how that works?
I don't know how it works, because it's too complicated. So I was like, no more of that. I'm going to play Dawn of Discovery, which I bought. Have you heard of Dawn of Discovery? Do you know anything about that game?
Sounds kind of familiar, but no, not really.
So it's known as Dawn of Discovery in the U.S., but in everywhere else, it's Anno 1404. It's a city building.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yes, it's a city building game set in 1404.
I'm not a fan of city building games.
I am way into city building games, and this game is awesome. I mean, you're like building like I'm gonna build a fucking hemp farm, and then build a fucking place for people to make shirts, and then they sell the shirts for tools. It's just incredible. I don't know. It seems really cool. I'm playing through the story mode right now, so and it kind of has to do with like the Marco Polo kind of trade lines to the Orient and getting in exotic like goods.
Yeah.
But it's construction, economy, diplomacy, combat. It's like Sim and RTS mixed together. I don't know. It's real cool. I'm way into it at this point. And I'm going to have to play a lot more. So I've been playing that. It's been scratching that city builder itch. And then I played Windward. Windward.
I haven't heard of that one either.
Yeah, neither had I. But then I read the reviews and I looked at it and I was like, this looks pretty cool. I watched some videos. I played 3 hours this weekend, apparently. It's by Tasharen Entertainment. It is an action-filled multiplayer sandbox game that puts you in the control of a ship sailing the high seas of a procedurally generated world. So if you see any of the videos or pictures of it, basically, it's like a kind of a top-down pirate sim game. So you ride around on a ship that you control with the arrow keys and get into sea combat battles with other pirates, doing broadsides and blowing up pirate ships. But then there's also randomly generated quests at ports. So it's port 1 will be hey, we need you to go out to here and kill a bunch of pirates and then come back for a quest reward. And then there's your ship is a character, so you can equip new hull or new weapons or a new crew or a new captain to give you it's like RPG style progression. You level up, you put points into a skill tree, Like, so you're basically like a ship RPG, basically, with procedurally generated, like, Caribbean that you go around. The game looks gorgeous. I don't know. I really liked it. It's fun.
It sounds pretty cool.
It's on daily deal for $5 right now. It's typically $15. IGN gave it a 3 out of 10. I would say this is be very careful about this game. If it's not what you're going to be into, then you're not going to like it at all. Because it is real light on content. Because it's just like procedurally generated oceans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no story, really, you know?
Sure.
It's just like, hey, you're in a... Like, the Metacritic for it's 61 out of 100. Like, it's like, if you like just, like, I don't know, procedurally generated games and you like the little ship combat, I mean, I think I spent $5 on sale. Definitely worth that. I'm gonna definitely play more because it's kind of addicting a little bit, and it's you know what I mean. It's like one of those good like podcast games. You know what I'm saying? Where you just listen to something while you drive around in your ship collecting loot and upgrading your like cannons and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. And it looks really good. Like the combat looks really good. It's pretty sharp. I don't know. That's it. It's weird. I can't recommend it like heartily. But I am enjoying it myself. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah. It's a real neat game. It's really hard to talk about because it's weird. Like, it's like nothing I've played before, you know? And I guess it's got multiplayer, like, servers where you can, you know, play with other people. And they you know, you kind of are on this big, like, ocean world. And you can, like, your faction can hold ports. And I don't know. It sounds crazy. Apparently, the multiplayer is real fun though, but I don't know. It's hard to describe. I'm not deep into it yet, so I haven't unlocked a lot. But looking at images, it looks like you get a lot more abilities on your hotbar than I have right now. So I think I need to maybe get more into the nuance of combat. But there's something really satisfying about the gameplay loop in this game, where you show up in an area on the border of your like controlled area, and it's a blank map. And you just sail around, like, exploring and finding new islands. And then you capture one from the pirates. And then, like, the goal is to clear the entire map of pirates. And there's something satisfying about, like, fighting them around the map. Like, getting them all concentrated down to one port on the map. You know, it's the only one they own. And then just assaulting it and eventually clearing it. And you feel... I don't know, there's some sense of accomplishment of clearing out pirates out of every zone. That's kind of satisfying. I don't know. I like the game. It's fun, but I can't heavily recommend it. There's no story. It's just procedurally generated quests and cities and oceans. Okay. But if you're looking at a quiet, calming game to ride a ship around and trade glass from port to port or do missions, you know, like it's kind of like Freelancer in that way. You can kind of just, but without the story at all. You know what I mean? Like, you could just go around and kill guys, or you could go around and just trade goods to get money to buy new ships. I don't know. That's fun. Anyway, I've talked a lot about it, and I haven't gotten too deep into it.
It sounds cool, though.
It is weird. I don't know. I don't know my verdict on it yet. It'd probably be like a 3 or 4 out of 5. Probably a 3. Okay. I'm gonna say. So we got a little bit of news before we get to the game preevs. Let's see what I got to see what time we're at, because I don't want to run too long here. All right, we got plenty of time. Adam, did you hear the Whoniverse news?
I did.
Stephen Moffat. I texted you and you did not respond.
I
thought you would have blown up with hot fire.
I already heard that.
I called it.
It made sense because, I mean, from what I hear,
I thought he was out.
He's leaving then,
but he's actually got. It's just he's got one season. You know what I mean?
Capaldi?
Well, no, but
or Moffat.
Moffat. Like, I thought he was out before the new season began, but no, he's going to have a whole season. So it's just kind of end.
Which won't be until 2017. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was already going to get pushed off anyway because of the Olympics, I guess. So it wasn't even going to be till near the end of the year anyway. So we were going to have to wait till probably like October, November for the season to begin, I guess.
It's like 12 episodes a year, people.
It's Britain, Adam. Fucking IT Crowd was 6 episodes a year.
I know, but like Supernatural does like 24 or something.
Yeah, but they could get away with 12 and it would still be just as good.
That's beside the point. My point
they
is
have a lot of filler episodes.
But my point is, like,
they're able to produce them.
Britain, yes. Can you not make?
And I'm not going to say that last season of Doctor Who didn't have some filler episodes in it, because it did. You know what I mean?
Like
there were a couple episodes where you're just like, okay, like, this is the same kind of story you've told a bunch of times with nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for a new take and a new Doctor, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Moffat's been running the show for a long time at this point.
No longer than Russell T Davies.
Yeah, but... Really. What? Yeah, it feels like it's been longer.
He left.
Yeah, it's been longer. He only did 4...
Tennant, so...
He did 4 seasons.
I guess you're right. He did 4.
We're getting on 6 now, Moffat.
And Moffat's done like 6. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're right. I thought there was like one more season left.
They should have Moffat come back to write an episode or 2 every season, but
I think so because like he always does a good job writing episodes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we've hashed that out, that whole story out.
Yeah. Actually, though, Chris Chibnall, who's replacing him, also wrote previous episodes of Doctor Who.
I don't know. I remember people on the internet were like, I don't know if I remember his episodes being that great. So
I don't really remember either. I didn't look it up or anything. But apparently he did Broadchurch, and that's doing well.
That's a show people like.
Yeah, that's a show people like.
I guess. Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I guess. Well, I also apparently John Barrowman is a fan because I guess he was going to. He wrote some kind of pilot or script or something. And wanted Chris to take a look at it.
Huh.
He didn't get a reply back. I was like, oh, it's like now I know why. It's like because Doctor Who. But I hope that means that.
Yeah, I was about to say
Jack will come back.
Yeah. We'll see.
But so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn your internet, Adam. I'm just gonna apologize in advance here because Adam's internet is just killing it.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
It's all right. You just the whole episode, you're kind of in and out, but it's fine.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Well, that's fine. We're already most of the way through it now. We're already past the halfway point, so we're deep in it. No going back. You're. I'm gonna tell you, your quality keeps going up and down.
Really?
Yeah, like sometimes you talk and it's studio mic, and then sometimes it's like, oh, it's a telephone. Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, it's your roommates, man. Drain your bandwidth. They're leeches.
Except neither of them are using internet right now.
That you know of.
I'm pretty sure one of them's going to sleep, and the other was playing Fallout, I think. So.
Yeah, Fallout while downloading 800 episodes of Dark Shadows.
What? Out of all the shows to pick.
I picked it because there are like 800 episodes of that show. So
yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Or I guess One Piece, I could have said. The anime.
Yeah, One Piece, Case Closed.
Or any of those 500 episode shows.
Hajime no Ippo.
That's right. Boxing. Japanese style. Okay. Let me go through. Okay, so Moffat is ending. It sounds like Capaldi's probably going to go too, but whatever. It's 3 years. It's pretty typical.
Yeah, it's all the Doctors last apparently.
Except for Eccleston. He burned brightest and left. He burned brightly and left.
Okay, quickly. I'll go with that, I guess.
Maybe not brightest.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait because apparently the Olympics are an issue.
I don't know.
Well, did you know that Capaldi actually is in the
Olympics,
the septathlon?
Oh, well, that would explain it.
Yeah, he or no, what's it called? Is it the pentathlon? What's the one that's the cool one? They
have decathlon and triathlon.
So I feel like the pentathlon's the weird one. Yeah. The pentathlon is 5 events for each competitor. Men's event involving fencing, shooting, swimming, riding, and cross-country running.
Damn.
It's basically like the soldier training one, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like they do fencing duels, and then I believe they shoot pistols, if I remember. Yes, they shoot pistols. Okay. And there's a women's pentathlon as well. They do fencing, pistols, like a half marathon or something like that, and then they ride a horse, and it's a fresh horse as well, which is kind of awesome. Okay. So you don't. It's not your horse that you get to ride. It's just a random ass horse. Let me get the exact, because we have the Olympics coming up. Everyone's got to be excited. Fencing is a tournament, round robin style. Swimming is 200 meters. Wow, that's not that crazy. Freestyle race, so a quick swim. Then the riding is show jumping.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wow. That's a weird...
Competitors are paired with horses in a draw 20 minutes before the start of the event. So that's it. That's kind of cool, though. It's very special, because you're kind of like, all right, figure out how this horse likes to run, because you're doing it. And they shoot pistols, and it's a cross-country race. 20... oh, wow. Okay, so it used to be a 3-kilometer cross-country race, and then you shoot. Basically, it was like the ski and shoot in the Winter Olympics, where you basically would run a lap and then you had to shoot a bunch of targets, and then run another lap, shoot a bunch of targets. So I guess they changed it now to be separate. You just I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Totally.
So now you run 800 meters. So it's basically a mile run.
800 meters is not a...
No. But it's 4 800-meter laps with a shooting segment between it.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, they switched it now to be more like the where you run, then shoot, then run, then shoot, then run, then shoot. Rather than like everyone was like, who cares about the shooting? They just shoot stationary targets. Now like your aim like can slow you down in the running. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. It's kind of one of those events that's always like, why is this still in the Olympics? Nobody watches this. But I like the idea of running and shooting in one event. Adam, you got anything to say before we get to the game preeves?
Not really. Other than I do remember watching one show, a Netflix original. They have like their own original anime.
Okay, which one? Knights of
Seven
Sidonia?
Deadly Sins, I think. No.
Oh, what's it called?
It's like the 7 Deadly Sins or something.
Okay. Yeah, I know they had started their own anime.
And I've seen like 3 episodes, and it seems kind of cool.
What's it about?
I don't know.
What's the plot? Oh, it's a Shonen Jump anime that.
Oh, that did.
Yeah, it says Shonen, Weekly Shonen.
Oh wow,
7 Deadly Sins manga. So they adapted it.
I did not know that. It's about like there were these 7 like super powerful warriors of this kingdom, and like 10 years ago something happened, and like the leader of this like kingdom's army was and his I think there was like a group called the Holy Knights or whatever.
Yep.
And he was murdered, and that is like an act of, aside being pretty badass, because whoever killed him had to be pretty badass.
Yeah.
It was also like a sign of treason, like an attempt to like overthrow the kingdom. And the 7 Deadly Sins were there at the time in the place, and then like when they kind of stumbled upon the body and looked outside, and like fucking every night in the kingdom was waiting outside for him, basically. So they, at this point, just a couple episodes in, it seems like somebody set them up, and they just kind of like scattered to the winds, you know, to get away from it.
Yeah.
And they're outlaws and stuff. And the daughter of the king, I think she knew them when she was younger, something like that, believed in them.
Yeah.
And she's trying to seek them all out, I think, in order to save her kingdom, because the Holy Knights have gone fucking bonkers and are like kind of evil. So they're taking over the kingdom and kind of strangling everything, because they're the powerful knights, and the king is kind of getting strong-armed. So the daughter goes out to have to find the 7 deadly sins to help save the kingdom.
Huh. That seems kind of cool.
It is kind of a cool story, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's I guess I'm looking at the anime reviews, like, I don't know.
It's all animated.
105,000 users on myanimelist.com have given an overall score of 8.5, so.
Yeah, not bad.
It finished airing in Japan, so I guess Netflix has brought that.
I think Netflix has them all, yeah.
Yeah, it says it's brought it to the US, so. Nice. I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds cool. I love a good, like, medieval Europe style anime that they do sometimes.
Yeah,
or
totally.
Is it Japan?
No, it's medieval Europe. Oh,
cool.
I think it's actually...
It says a world similar to the European Middle Ages.
Exactly. I don't think it's actual Middle Eastern.
The Holy Knights of Britannia.
So, Britannia?
Yeah, it says that. So okay, it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
And the season 2 release date has been confirmed for 2016. So
nice.
So this fall, probably in Japan. So
yeah.
Neato. Let's move on to something that's not coming from Japan. And that is video games. Because they don't make games in Japan anymore.
Oh, there's a few coming.
There are. Let's get to January.
Okay.
All right, we're getting through this.
Yeah,
Amplitude came out. Adam, what are your thoughts on Amplitude?
I loved Amplitude.
I know, I played the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Back on the PS2. I remember we played that together
PS2.
A bunch.
We did.
I feel like I brought it over, and we would trade controllers and get scores and stuff. And let's do some freeze pop, that band that. But it sounds like the new game was
the band Garbage.
Yes, the band Garbage, not Garbage. The Madison band Garbage. They're from Madison.
Are they?
Yes.
I know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Amplitude, PS4 only right now. I don't know. I have no, like, you know what I mean? Like with these music games, I have like no. I played them. I liked them. Nothing's pulling me back.
I was gonna say there's not really much appeal to that to me anymore. I mean, maybe if it was something like Parappa,
which is available. Parappa 2 on the PS4.
On PS4?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
When they released like 1 billion PS2 games on PS4.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was PS1 though, wasn't it?
No, I'm saying Parappa the Rapper 2.
Oh, I didn't know that came out on PS2.
Yeah, that was a PS2 game. Mm-hmm.
I never had either of them, actually. I just played the demo for Parappa the Rapper 1 over and over again.
I had bought Parappa the Rapper and played the fuck out of it on PS1. And I played the demo a ton as well before I bought it. But I don't know. Amplitude, I heard like there's not a lot of licensed music in it, like kind of light on that. A lot more of the Friends of Harmonix bands, Freeze Pop and whatnot, and some other video game music's in there, and it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. There's a time and place for that, and I feel it's past. I don't know. I don't want to sound bad because I'm sure it's good. I'm not feeling it anymore, guys. Like, I got it. I played a ton of Audio Surf on the Steam.
Okay, so here's the question.
Yeah.
Do you know how much this is being released for?
I don't even think you can buy it now. I think it's Kickstarter backers only.
Oh, really? Okay.
But let me.
Because like I might play Amplitude for like $15.
Yeah,
but like,
I know, right? It's what I'm thinking. Is like this seems kind of like a. Yeah, I could sit down and play a few songs. It's kind of relaxing, Like, I guess there's a story in this.
A what?
Story mode, like you're like going through someone's brain and like doing like fixing up stuff. It's $20.
That actually sounds kind of cool, but.
Yep. In 2112, nanotechnologists at the Applied Metapsionics or Prionics Limbic Tuning Department will create organic machines that can be inserted into the human brain to access both the physical and metaphysical secrets within. In an attempt to induce synesthesia, a gift that one of the technologists has, Mari programs a new batch of bots to enter her mind and unlock this enhanced visual oral perception. The deluge of imagery and sound is overwhelming, and unfortunately, Mari's brain shuts down. You will use the Amplitude operating system to enter her memories, senses, and emotions, and blast away the protective scarification that her brain created around these senses, and bring her back to life.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a little story to that. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's kind of deep for...
for a rhythm action game.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a game that's going to be on sale at some point for like $10, and I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, probably me too.
Because I think the reviews have been like, yeah, it's pretty good. Like, you know, it's a lot like the first one. It's good and fun to play. I don't know. Let's move on. We got a billion games to get through. We spent a long time just on Amplitude. Okay, there's Homeworld, Deserts of Karak.
Now, you played Homeworld, but I have not, so I don't have a whole lot of opinion on this one.
The best part of Homeworld was the song. Home is our world. Did you know the Homeworld song, right?
No.
Who sings that? Oh my god, I gotta look this up because by Yes.
Oh,
the band
okay.
Yes.
I see.
Made a song for Homeworld.
Wow.
It's called The Ladder. It's the end credits song, and it's awesome. I'll have a link. Let me write that down. Link Homeworld song, so I don't forget. But this is a prequel, I guess. And it's kind of like Homeworld, but not in space, I guess.
What?
I have not played it.
Not in space.
So you're on a planet, but it's it's like a desert ocean, basically. Okay. And you ride around on a giant like carrier. So it's a lot like Homeworld, where you have the giant mothership, but instead you're like on a giant. It sounds pretty cool, actually. You're driving around this giant like tank fortress.
It's what Mad Max should have been.
Well, Mad Max is pretty good the way it was, but I mean, if they had $1 billion and had that, I would be.
I mean, the game.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I heard that game was okay though.
I heard a lot of people who were disappointed in it.
It was be difficult to live up to that, but
Fury Road, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like I heard people were like, for like a open world adventure action game, like if you want to drive around in cars and fight other dude what be in cars, like it's pretty cool. Car combat, open world.
Vigilante 8, man, that's where it's at.
Vigilante 8, Twisted Metal. Yeah, so you just have this giant, like, walking, like, aircraft carrier tank thing, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to trying it out, although it is a bit pricey, and I don't have time to buy it, so don't expect me to talk about it much until, like, a year from now when it's been on sale for, like, $20, and I'm like, man, that game's great. Because the reviews seem to be pretty unanimously, like, good. Mm-hmm. Like, IGN, 8 out of 8, GameSpot, 9 out of 10... or 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Like they're like, it's good. Yeah. So if you're into Homeworld type games, it's back. Although it's not in space, which was the coolest part because space is awesome. Adam.
Yes.
We're ready to fight the dragon.
That dragon cancer.
That dragon cancer. I don't know what I want to say about this game. I can't make jokes about this game.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
It looks like a game that I'm never going to play.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I want to pay money to feel bad.
You watch movies that have that?
Yeah, I guess. I don't buy them often, though. I don't usually I don't know. I guess.
So this is an immersive narrative video game that retells Joel Green's 4-year fight against cancer, childhood cancer, through 2 hours of poetic, imaginative gameplay. They explore the themes of faith, hope, and love. So it's basically like a family's video game retelling of their experiences with having a child with cancer. So
yeah,
it gets deep, heart-wrenching.
I will say I think that this is a good thing that games are going in this direction.
Yes, I agree. I think the reviews have not been unanimously good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been like, the parts that are good are the parts where it's not a game.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I guess there are like some of the gameplay elements are a bit bad, I guess. Like it just isn't very consistent, I guess. Kind of some of the gameplay takes you out of the story.
Right.
It does have some really... I don't know. It sounds like something I definitely want to try and play, but I don't know. I feel like it's too hyped up now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm going to be emotionally reacting to it. I actually jokingly said that I'm going to... so the AGDQ happened a week ago. I'm going to start the That Dragon Cancer speedrunning community.
Oh.
We're doing a little TDC speedrun. Clip through this wall here, do a level skip to get past him dying. What if that was in the game? What if you could glitch the game out enough to where the kid doesn't die?
Man, that would be...
You've won.
Completely missing the point, I think. But...
Hey, man, AGDQ is the Prevent Cancer Foundation. They supported. They made over $1 million this year to fight cancer. Anyway, let's move on. That's a bummer. But it sounds interesting.
Definitely.
Mario and Luigi Paper Jam for the 3DS.
All these games look amazing to me, to the point where I kind of wish I had a 3DS. But...
You're just waiting. This is the problem with Nintendo systems. You just wait and wait to buy it, and then the next one's out.
Well, also, I mean, part of the problem also is that, god damn, there's still like $160 or something.
Yeah, but that's cheaper than it was. It was $250 when it came out.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know. I have a hard time spending that much money on like a mobile gaming scenario.
I love my 3DS. I've been playing absolutely baller amounts of Story of Seasons.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a 2DS because they're reasonably priced. And
Adam, do you want to know how much I use my 3D?
None.
0%.
I think I might be one of the people who would, though, because I do kind of like that stuff.
It doesn't work consistently enough, though. I mean, if you got a new 3DS, I heard that works a lot better on the new 3DS. But like the viewing angles are so specific with the 3DS, you got to hold it still.
I've just on Yokai Watch a bit, and some of it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's impressive, though.
It's just like, I don't know. It's like every once in a while I put it on, I'm like, that's cool, and then like I'll play it for a while, and then I'll just be like, oh.
It's kind of distracting.
It distracted me from that guy who was attacking me in Mario, so I'm gonna turn it off so I can actually win. Yeah. It's weird. When it works really well, it does work, but it doesn't really feel like it's integral to a lot of games. Like like Story of Seasons doesn't even use it. Like
the thing that annoys me though is that the 2DS doesn't like fold.
It doesn't fold up. Yeah, it's dumb.
Which is weird.
Can't you just... I'm sure you could get a 3DS for cheap.
Yeah, probably.
3DS price. Adam, I'm going to find out for you. Let's see here. Nintendo 3DS Black, the old one. Although you probably want a new one. eBay? Give me actual prices, goddammit. Oh, Best Buy. Let's see what Best Buy is selling them for, Adam. 3DS price, Best Buy. Adam, when was the last time you stepped foot in a Best Buy?
It might have been when I bought my iPhone 6.
So, a bit
it
ago.
From Best Buy. Yeah, it's been like over a year probably. It's so weird to think, but I think that's correct. I don't think I've actually been in one since then.
So the new 3DS XL, which would be the one you'd want to get, $200. 200.
But like 2DS is like 60 something, like 99 for a bundle. Like,
yeah.
That kind of
new 3DS Pokemon 20th Anniversary Edition is the one you'd want to get because it is a 3DS that comes with the Pokemon 20th Anniversary. Yeah. Like, it's a pre-order, I guess. It comes preloaded with, I guess, Pokemon Blue and Red, which they're putting out on the Virtual Console. Or is it just... Oh, it's Red version.
It's upgraded, though, isn't it? Is it? It's been, like, redone a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been redone a bit, and they actually made it so that you can use the 3DS wireless to do the trading, you know?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See that's tempting. Like, how much is that? That's $200.
200 for the 3DS Pokemon Anniversary Edition.
Are those coming to the US as well?
Yeah, it's pre-order right now. Buy.
Okay. I wasn't sure if those anniversary ones have been announced for US too.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. It's on pre-order. So, yeah, I don't know though. Like, $200 is a lot though.
It is.
I thought they were 180 at the most. Maybe you can get an old one. I mean, do you really need the new?
If I'm gonna get a 3DS, full 3DS,
I mean, yeah. I guess if you're gonna spend 160, you might as well spend $30 more.
Yeah, exactly.
And get the better version.
Like, if I'm not gonna do the new 3DS, I might as well just get a 2DS.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man.
We should probably
that's something you gotta wait for a sale, Adam.
Yeah.
Because that's a Christmas. Yeah, the 2DS with Mario Kart 7 is $100.
Yeah.
Like, and Mario Kart 7 is awesome.
Yeah.
Great game. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Whatever.
It's kind of weird. Actually, I've been feeling the desire for both a 3DS and like a Wii U, because it's finally getting to the point where like enough Wii U shit's coming out that I'm like, maybe.
Well, I can talk about a thing that Lauren and I have started to do. Which is we're playing games rather than just hanging out on the TV watching bullshit. We're like, let's each play a game and watch each other play that game. And like forcing each other to play the game versus then like. So she wanted to play a Zelda game, so I was like, the first game I purchased for the Wii U was Zelda Wind Waker HD, and Lauren had never played it, and I was like, you should play it because it's a great game. Zelda's great. This is a great Zelda game. Play it. And I was like, Ocarina of Time will be too difficult for you to learn. It is a very difficult game that is really long. Whereas I think that Wind Waker is like a good 30 hours, and let's see here. And I'm playing, she'll play that, and I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to play more of it.
Yeah.
I've gotten pretty far. I'm at the point where I've done almost everything I can in the Hinterland zone.
Oh my god.
The infamous starting zone with 1 billion quests in it.
Yeah.
I got a lot of those done. I think I'm like level 8 now or something. I'm moving out. I got the prerequisites to move out, so I'm doing that. So I'm gonna play more of that. I guess I can talk about the story more when I get deeper into it. So
yeah, that's a cool game. I like that a lot.
Oh, I know.
I wish I should go back.
You have it.
It's the thing. Like, I started on computer, and then
we bought the PS4.
I had to start on PS. Yeah, and then. I don't know. I should probably go back to my computer one now that I have the controller.
So, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Back to that. Wow, yes. We're like 4 games into this.
I know. We
can always do it next week, too, if we don't get through it. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam 3DS is the Mario and Luigi RPG series that's existed and was on the Game Boy Advance, which is like the Superstar Saga and all those things.
Yeah.
And then Paper Mario. And this is like a mashup game of both of them.
So, okay. Yeah, this looks awesome to me because the Paper Mario stuff always looks super cool.
Yep.
And also the Mario and Luigi is kind of like that's kind of like the series that kind of is a spiritual successor to Super Mario RPG, right?
Yes, basically.
Because I love Super Mario RPG. So this seems like an awesome game to me. If it's like a mixture of those kind of
so basically like the Paper Mario character jumps out of a book and into the Mario and Luigi universe, basically.
Yeah.
So they like team up together and do quests and stuff, and people say it's good. 2 worlds come together in a successful way. It's a good RPG. Merges the 2 franchises into a turn-based Mario game. Man, I want to buy this now. That
I know, right?
I might buy it tonight. Because why not? Because I just got my paycheck and I realized I had a lot more money than I thought I did.
Sweet.
I know, right?
I'm tempted to actually taxes, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to spend my taxes on that, but
yeah,
I don't have to. I got other stuff I'm gonna have to buy.
Yeah.
So.
You don't sound stoked about that.
I am stoked.
He said gruffly.
Anyway, Stuff's expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
Being an adult costs a lot of money.
Don't I know it?
Hey-o. All right. What is that? What was that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen PC.
Okay.
I was super excited for this.
Yeah.
And then I realized, John, you're a fucking idiot. You already have this game.
On PS3.
Don't buy the PC game.
No, but you probably should because
it costs like $40.
Does it?
Yeah.
This is probably one that I'll wait for a sale on and then buy on PC.
I think I would much rather play this on PC.
Yeah, the loading times. I am super interested in Dragon's Dogma, but also, is Dark Arisen the one that came free on PS3? Okay, because apparently they made a lot of good additions.
Yes, this is the one that was free on PS3 was the Dark Arisen.
Okay,
it was the full game. So Dragon's Dogma, for those who don't know, is an RPG, and Adam and I are RPG dudes. So we always
it's like a third-person action RPG.
Yeah, it's like a third-person action RPG made in Japan, but it's very like European in style. Like we're talking like griffins and rocks and hydras that you're fighting, and
some of the coolest looking like special attacks I've seen ever.
It has some incredible looking environments and enemy designs. It's a massive open world. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a really good RPG. And it was kind of like one of those... Yeah, like, what is the review scores on this, Metacritic? Oh, wow. Look at that. 81. That's a bit low. Is that just
I was going to say,
port?
A lot of people don't really super like it because of some of the convenience issues. Like, there's a big area, not a whole lot to do in the open world. And I mean, other than, like, main story stuff. And... there's like a fast travel, at least in the original game that came out, was really limited. And
the reviews all seem pretty good. There's
I mean, a lot of people thought it was a good first entry, and they thought that stuff could be improved upon for like a sequel.
Yeah, well, I think that was kind of the idea. I believe this is it's Capcom that put this out, right? It is $30. Sorry. They said, hey, let's see how this PC release works out on whether or not we'll make another Dragon's Dogma. So, but yeah, this is like a 50-hour, like, long RPG. It's not a JRPG in any way. It's much more like a action combat. Very much like a Dragon Age style, kind of like...
From what I've seen, I really like the way they handle classes in this, too, where it seems like you start with, like, a base class, and then you can kind of, like... add other base classes and combine them into like your own special kind of like crazy class.
Yeah, it actually kind of felt a lot like a bit of like Dark Souls mixed with like a party RPG.
Yeah, or almost like it. I mean, everything kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics, but like this kind of job system type thing. Kind of dig that as like being able to switch your classes like a job kind of.
Yeah,
and mix and match.
Monster Hunter inspired combat. Yeah, totally. Yeah. It does feel like, because you oftentimes fight big enemies that have like weak points, and you have to like kind of like have your warrior go in and engage him and do the stun so that your like other warrior can get in there and jump on his back, and like it's just this very like good combat basically. It just like lets you scramble up enemies. Like, you could jump up on the arm of a Cyclops and start stabbing it, like it's just it's just good, and you can switch out classes at any time and level skills to make hybrids of the classes. It's a really good system,
And they kind of also like make a party for you where you can get like these pawn guys who are like essentially filling the other roles that you're not filling.
I remember I made a gigantic monster man fighter guy who, Adam, if you remember, I made look exactly like you. Because I messed around with the character creator and it like slowly turned into a character that looked kind of like you. And so I was like, let me just keep trying to make an Adam Ham that I can play as. So I made a giant, like, stout, tall, but he's super tall, like monster, like the tallest guy you can get. Broad-shouldered axe guy. And I chose my companion to be the tiniest, littlest mage, like, anime girl. So it's this big, gruff monster guy being followed around by this little anime girl.
That's hilarious.
That was fun. Yeah. But it's kind of cool. And you can trade pawns, which is a cool multiplayer system where you can basically, like, create a character like a side character, and then put it out on the universe, and other people could recruit them at their inns, and your guy can go off and like help other people, and then you get rewards for that.
Oh yeah. If you put your pawn out there and people like use it, you get experience, or they get experience for like being
So it's kind of a unique kind of like character building sharing system, you know. I don't know, it's a great game, and I think the PC port didn't add a lot, you know, but everyone like it runs good, so good on it. But it just makes me want to play the PS3 version, so I don't want to spend $40 or $30 on it again.
Yeah,
I can't justify that. We got The Witness just came out.
Yeah,
I was like, haven't heard a thing about this, but it's supposed to come out this week, and it totally did. Jonathan Blow, creator of Braid.
Yeah.
If you remember Braid,
I was a fan.
Yeah, I was not. I didn't like the puzzles in Braid.
But
it sounds like I'd like this a lot more.
I saw a little bit of a quick look on this, and it looked interesting, but
it seems Myst-esque, where you're kind of on an island and finding puzzles to do. And Am, you want to know? I fucking played some Myst when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I played a lot of Myst, and like would like look up Myst like hints and stuff, like, and like write. I like had like a pad and paper writing down stuff. Like Myst was awesome because you would just like fuck around. And partially it was awesome because it was like before the internet, you know. So I'd have to like go to the fucking library and look up Myst strats and then like write them down on a piece, like a pad and paper, and then go home and be like, okay, all right, I got to go to this room to get the key now. And then like I would unlock a new like zone. And I don't know, this kind of seems like that, where it's a lot of like a big island of puzzles to solve, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
$40.
The Witness.
Yeah, but apparently it's like, it's 40, but it's like, you know, a 30-hour game. Like, it is a full game. They're like, this is a deep, long game, not a quick downloadable game. So I'm excited to try that out.
I was gonna say it better not be, because he's worked on it for like 6 years.
I mean, supposedly it's every bit as good as they were hoping it would be. So it's like, if you like crazy puzzle games with like a weird story to like kind of uncover as you go along, like. Apparently, Jonathan Blow said that he put a puzzle in there that like 1% of people are going to ever play it are going to figure out. So it's like super, and like, you know, I've read people that have reviewed the game for like 40 hours and are like, game's cool. I saw a lot of puzzles, but there's this one door I can't figure out how to open. You know, like that's kind of cool. Like that's fun. And then we have the Rise of the Tomb Raider coming out.
I'm going to assume that means Tomb Raider.
That's what I like to call that series. Rise of the Tom Raider. Not this year. Tom Brady lost yesterday. The Patriots are out of the Super Bowl. But Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. This game came out to the Xbox to medium acclaim, I think. I think people were like, it's really good, but nobody played it because it was only on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I played a bit of the first one. Only like a couple hours. I really should play more of it because it's kind of that action combat puzzle solving that's good. Not much else to say other than it's ported. Early February, XCOM 2 is coming out. Windows. Did you play any of XCOM Enemy Unknown?
I own it, but I have not played it.
How have you not played this game?
I know, it's my type of game, too.
Turn-based combat.
Yeah.
That's like good strategy combat. Like you're making decisions where you're like, all right, if I run this guy across here, there's like a 10% chance he's going to get one shot. But if he gets over there, he'll cover this guy who can like set up a sniper. It's just like crazy, like turn-based.
I think part of the reason I haven't played it is because keep hearing about how brutal it is and how
it is brutal. Adam, you know it's brutal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. You know me. I'm a pansy. I don't like brutal games.
Yeah.
Adam, you can save after every turn.
Oh, wow.
So I got to the enemy mothership, so you can cheese your way through the game if you're really worried. I didn't. up until I got to the enemy mothership, and some of my like fully max level guys were dying, and I was like, no. The red shirts I bring in are the ones that die on these missions. You're not killing my fucking favorite guy that I've had since the start of the game.
Right.
And the cool thing about that game, the first XCOM, is that it gives your characters as you fight unique nicknames. So like if you have like a guy who's like got a shotgun and is always up in the front lines, he may be like called like Sean Door Kicker Wallace. And you're like, yeah, he's kicking down doors. Or I had like oh my god, I wish I had the name of this character. I could just load it up now on my computer on my save. But I had my guy who was a heavy gunner. And it was just, I think it was like Death Rain or something, because he just had the heavy gunners. I would just set them up on a spot, and you tell them to just like you ready in action basically. And so like an alien will run by and it's just like boom 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 boom, machine gun, dead. And so he was like the executor of the group, which was awesome.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, XCOM 2 takes place on a spaceship. Like humanity has been taken over, and you're like the resistance now.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. Because the whole idea of XCOM 1 is you're like humanity's last hope on Earth. And you're building a base, and you have to like deal with like... It had a whole like mechanic where you would deal with countries, and like there would be like, oh shit, the aliens are invading Brazil. We gotta attack, we gotta save Brazil. Or... we got to save the Netherlands. And it's like, if I don't save when the other ones will lose their support and have less funding to build new ships. And it was kind of like a whole campaign balancing act based off the original XCOM games, which came out in the 90s. And those were brutal as hell.
That's what I've heard.
And this is nowhere near it. Again, like I said, you can save every turn. So there would be times at the end of that alien fortress... the first mothership that you attack, and I was just like popped into a room, and I'm like, oh god, everyone's dead. And I'd be like, all right, so I'm gonna set up snipers over here. I'm doing the things I should have done going into the new room. Like, all right, I should have set up Overwatch, and and then it goes better. Maybe lose a guy or two, but I don't know. It's more forgiving than you're thinking. But anyway, today. Mighty Number 9 delayed.
Yeah.
They just announced that game is supposed to come out April 2015. The Kickstarter-backed spiritual successor to Mega Man is delayed. The email or the backer letter sent was blaming the multi-platformness of this release, I guess. They said that since the game's coming out on every platform, which it is, so props to that. I think it's PC, PS4, Xbox One, like everything. Like, this is the third time the game's been delayed, but it sounds like it's a short delay because they're saying basically they're having problems with the netcode, network modes, and matchmaking. So the multiplayer, the thing I don't care about in my Mega Man sequel game,
right,
is being held back. But they said they want it to be spring 2016. So it sounds like this is only pushing back a month or two, because it was supposed to come out, I think, early February, and it might be April. April, May. So, that's not a huge delay.
No.
Because it sounds like they're really like, we want this to come out and work. It's like basically done, but we're having some issues. So
yeah,
hopefully it's out soon. I don't know. I like to shit on Kickstarter, but it sounds like they're at least getting close. But I mean, a third delay is kind of like, come on, people have been hoping for this for a while. Like, I don't know. Are you excited? Do you ever play any of those Mega Man games?
I
never played Mega Man.
The original ones were so difficult, and I never really got into some of the later ones.
Nope, same here. I was just like, I like Mario.
I played a little bit, I think, of like Mega Man X or possibly XI. I don't know, but yeah, it wasn't very fun.
Yeah. All right, let's get through February and we'll call it, and we'll start with March next week.
Okay, sounds good.
So we got Division. We got a couple heavy hitters coming out in March.
We do.
So let's get through this. Firewatch coming out for PS4 and Windows.
Looks interesting, but
it looks really cool. I like the guys that do that. Shout out to the Idle Thumbs podcast.
Yeah.
They basically went from game journalists to game makers, game developers, and they have their own studio. So I like the idea. I love the setting.
Well, it's like a park or something like that.
Yes,
like
so you're a park ranger during like a summer in the past. I think maybe the 80s.
Yeah.
And basically, like I don't know, stuff's going down. They're being real vague about what happens in the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing. Like, I haven't seen any.
It's kind of like a first-person exploration adventure game.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got to make it to this Firewatch station and solve like the puzzle of how do I get up this hill. Like, oh, I can use a rope on this tree, and I don't know. It seems kind of like that, and it sounds like there's going to be a crazy fire at some point. That's exciting. So
yeah,
the art design's great. By Ollie Moss, who
does look cool, yeah.
You may know of as the guy who draws all those awesome alternate cover arts for like the Criterion Collection movies and like games and stuff. Like, he's just got this great visual design, and I'm looking forward to that. I don't know, it looks cool. I love those I love adventure games, walking simulators as they're derogatorily called. But I don't know, like the Witness. I like a good like walking around exploration, figuring out the story kind of game.
Yeah, I hear you.
That sounds cool. Unravel.
Oh yeah,
it was teased last year.
It's kind of really cool.
Yeah, Windows, PS4, Xbox One. It's starring Yarny, the delightful yarn creature. The guy last year was so excited about at that E3. He was way into that. But I guess the idea is that you play like somebody's like yarn toy, I guess, that has to find his way home, basically. The old woman is looking out her window. She adjusts a picture of a baby. A lone ball of yarn rolls out, and Yarny is made of that yarn ball, basically. And he's got to, like, unravels the travel away from... Okay, whatever. Sounds like a story. It says, and the character unravels as they travel away from what they love. All right, this seems really vague. But the mechanic is basically like a platformer game, but, like, you're unraveling as you go through the levels. And so you can, like, use your yarn tail to, like, swing across ledges and solve puzzles and... like kind of a physics platformer, which sounds kind of fun. I don't know. It looks really cool. Like, it's got a really neat art style. I don't know. I love a good puzzle platformer. So that's coming out. Fire Emblem Fates. Oh, I skipped one. Street Fighter V. Adam, you big Street Fighter guy?
I like Street Fighter, but I'm not really like a huge into Street Fighter or really any fighting game. I don't have the time or patience required to get good at them.
I got way into Street Fighter 4 when it came out because I kind of got in on the wave. I think I bought it when it came out, like the week it came out. I played a bunch of it. A bunch of people on the Quarter to 3 forums that I go to bought it. We had like tournaments, and it was all like, hey, we're all terrible at this game, but let's just do some like double elimination tournaments. Make it kind of fun. That was kind of fun. So we'd like meet at our scheduled match times online and play. And I did terribly. I think I lost all of my... Well, I didn't lose all of my matches, but I lost both of my advancements. So I ended up in the loser's bracket. It's like just a fucking new fighting game. I don't know what else to say. Let's move on.
Okay.
Fire Emblem Fates, another game up Adam's alley on the 3DS.
Yeah, I was gonna say these Fire Emblem games sound like they're really something I would like. But I've never really played
the other one.
Yeah, that one was really big. The one with lots of
Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yes, they had a lot of like choices, social like stuff.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have got this. It's got like a 9.5 out of 10. Like,
yeah, I've heard great things about it.
I should buy it. I think it was on sale over the holidays too, and I didn't pull the trigger. I mean, 3DS games are expensive,
That's true.
They're $40.
Yeah.
And this is. I should get this though, because I know I would like it, and I would play the bitch way as well. Because so Fire Emblem games are well known as the fact that there's a lot of characters in each Fire Emblem game, like hundreds of characters, and they all can die.
Yeah.
And when they die, they are dead. So if you're doing a mission,
unless they're Marl, in which case they just stop caring about you.
Correct. They're gone basically from your life, or dead. And this game has a mode where it's like, oh, they're not actually dead. I would play with that mode.
Yeah, I probably would too.
The only reason why is because people are like, oh, it makes it better because you're like, like there's actual like consequences to your, like bad decisions and stuff. And it's like, I would just make me like, I would feel bad.
What would happen is that would happen like every other fight, and I would get tired of fighting the same fight over again and restarting.
Yep. That's
and
the
then
thing.
I would stop playing the game.
Exactly. And I've read that it's like, hey, if you're the type of person where if like you do a fight and someone's going to die, and like there's nothing you do about it, and then you're like, I'll just replay the fight. Don't do it, because then there's no point.
Exactly.
Like if you're the type of person you can be like, all right, that character's dead, that's part of my story, then that's fine. But I don't think I can do that.
I can't either.
So I may end up picking that up and just playing the bitch mode, which I'm happy exists.
Yeah.
For me, so I can not worry about it, because I would just feel too bad. Far Cry Primal is coming out.
Yeah.
This is that game that I still don't know anything about.
I was gonna say there's not a lot on this yet. I don't know,
but it's coming out February 23rd, less than a month away.
Yeah, we had some fun with Far Cry when I visited.
That's true. I played a bunch of Far Cry. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Let me look up what Far Cry Primal is all about. Let me check Ubisoft's website.
There's like a trailer, but that's about it, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So I guess they're like, hey, remember how much you loved using the bow and arrow?
Use that all the time.
Not at all? Okay, well, we made a game about it. I don't know. Like you're basically like a Neanderthal type guy. Not probably a Homo erectus, but you're running around killing mammoths, saber-toothed tiger.
Okay.
You have a saber-toothed tiger buddy, killing other tribes of guys. I don't really know. There's really nothing about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this.
The setting is interesting as hell to me, though.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what it's about. Like, if people are like, man, they really killed it with this game, it's like, okay. But, like, the Shangri-La segments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Far Cry 4, where you're, like, sent back and, like to Shangri-La.
Kind of things, yeah.
Those segments look incredible, like, gorgeous. But the whole gameplay-wise, it's kind of like, all right, you got a tiger that you can sick on guys, then you have a knife that you can stab people, and you get a bow later, and it's like, yeah, I like having a machine gun. I like not having to throw spears to kill enemies. I don't know, but it seems like it could be really neat though, because it's unique,
Yeah, it's definitely a different change-up. It seems, which is
unique
needed,
to the point where it might be worth trying because it's so unique.
Well, I mean, 3 and 4, from what I've heard, are pretty similar, so I guess it's kind of nice that they're shaking things up a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think this is like a full release.
Oh, really?
It's kind of like the Blood Dragon standalone game.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a shorter experience, but like rather than like a 20 or 30 hour game, it's like a 10-hour game. I don't really know anything about it. They've been really quiet about it. Yeah. So that's coming out. And then Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 coming out. Did you play any of that first game?
Not a bit. Didn't really look interesting to me either, because I'm not really much for multiplayer only, like wave-based combat stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like I wish we could have played it because it's pretty fun. It's kind of a good survival game. I don't know how to describe the mechanics of it. It's fun because it's a good like it's like survival wave based. I guess you're not way into that, but the game I liked it. It's charming to me because you run around as like like I'm a cactus, so I'm like a sniper. I'm a other guy. I don't know. The game looked really cool. The character animations are fun. You're like fighting like evil Elvis zombies, and I don't know. And the character progression was fun. I like that.
I was gonna say, Plants vs Zombies is always something that I think is aesthetically cool, and like the concept is cool, and it seems funny, but yeah, I don't know, man. Core gameplay just doesn't match up with what I like.
Well, and it's got that like thing that is bad, I guess. It's got that like thing where it's like, hey, you're having fun playing this game, right, Adam?
Oh yeah.
You want to spend $5 for a card pack?
Right.
You want to spend $5 to get some new characters unlocked quickly? Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. That kind of bothers me. Yeah. Whatever. Yep. I don't know. Like, it's just like, shit. I like a lot about it because I like the kind of the combat and the way that it looks and how Adam, I'll tell you another reason why you'd like this game. Do you want split screen couch co-op? Because it's in this game.
Oh,
that's pretty rare in a game.
A selling point, yeah.
So it's like, hey, if you want to like do a survival map with and run around killing zombies with your friend on the same couch, with split screen, you can do it in this game. And I remember I played a bunch with Lauren, and actually we had fun with it.
Sweet.
The first game. So we'll see. And that's going to do it for March or through February.
Yeah.
We got March through unscheduled releases because there's quite a few that don't have dates.
Yeah.
But especially once we get past June, pretty much nothing has a date. So, but Twilight Princess HD is coming out, which I don't know if I'm going to get. Maybe. I never played it, so it would be kind of interesting. I'm a Zelda guy.
Totally.
Division's coming out, and that's for sure coming out because they've really started hitting this scene with that. So a lot of info.
Yeah, definitely.
And that preview events have happened, and I am excited. We'll talk about that more. We got Dark Souls 3, Uncharted 4, a new Mirror's Edge game, No Man's Sky. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit coming out.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15, Mass Effect Andromeda, supposedly, until it gets delayed. It supposedly was coming out this year. Persona 5.
Ooh.
I know. The new Zelda game on Wii U, supposedly, until it gets delayed. Maybe. Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's wait. Was that scheduled for this year?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Down for that.
Star Citizen actually getting released, and maybe The Last Guardian will be a game. We'll find out as the year goes on.
It's a game.
Yeah, will it come out though?
Yeah, this year maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. But they were shooting for this year. They said it in the trailer. So, that is it. Did you have anything else to say before we call it a night?
No, I don't think so.
We didn't have any listener communications.
I didn't check, but I don't think so.
But yeah, you should check because I don't get those apparently.
Okay.
I get emails.
Yeah.
But I don't get like whatchamacallit.
I think emails are the only thing I get anyway.
Well, yeah. Do you want to check real quick while we're talking? Can you do that?
Yeah. I think anything.
Because I have the bitecast@gmail.com email. But that doesn't get the comments you leave on the website.
It does. It does.
Does it? I don't think it does because I haven't seen.
Okay, well I didn't get anything emailed to my account, so nothing happened.
Yeah, there isn't a.
Okay. Yeah, then there's nothing for me to check.
The last thing I got was from Breton in March of last year. So
all right.
People have been using the other one, and I don't get that. So anyway.
Yeah, I haven't received anything. So.
Yep. Well, feel free to send in your comments if you have any games. So let me rather than saying like send in your comments, people. You can how do people contact the best way? Just the contact form on the website.
Yeah, bornintheeighties.net
or 80spodcast.com, go to the contact us page, and you can fill out the form with any suggestions, comments, whatever.
But what I want is, what game in 2016 are you looking forward to most? That's what I want to hear. I'll throw a blast out on Facebook and Twitter. We'll get those responses as well.
Yeah.
For next week's show. So we can talk about listener games and our games. And Adam, I want you to answer that question as well.
Yes.
Most looking forward to game 2016. So I'll write that down for me to think about too. That's going to be tough because this is going to be a good year for games.
I was going to say, it looks like a really good year.
It really does. And this last year was really good.
Yeah.
It's games, man. They fucking rock.
Do they? Do they ever?
All right. Adam, what's your word of the day?
My word of the day, the eponymous Adam Ham says...
Oh, see? You've named yourself.
Yeah. It says that the word of the day is salubrious.
That's what I called you.
I know.
Oh, you bastard. You're cheating.
Okay. All right. The word of the day is loquacious.
Ooh. I don't even know what that means. Look it up.
There you go.
All right. Adam, say goodbye.
Bye. Huh. That's weird.
That is weird.
That's really weird.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Well, okay. So, I hit OK here, and is everything still working?
Everything sounds fine to me.
Alright, let's hope it stays that way.
I hope for all of us and all of our listeners that we stay perfect.
Me too.
Yep. So let me just get a note page ready for me taking some notes.
Yeah. So I switched upgraded to Windows 10 on the laptop, and actually it seems to run better than like.
Yeah, it's kind of what Windows 10 purports to do, I guess. Run good on old equipment.
Seem to purport correctly.
I think it's just more optimized.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's get started. We've got a lot to chat about.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to go too much longer, hour and a half, because chocolate chip cookies at the end for me.
What?
Yeah.
What happened to Adam 2.0?
What?
It's just a cookie stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Stealing? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're the Ric Flair of chocolate chip cookies, what I'm saying.
Woo!
Thank you. Oh my god. Alright, well, that's fine. Hour and a half's good. Let's get her started.
Yeah.
Whoa, Adam's got a gun. Adam's got a gun. That's about it.
It's set all the way up.
Adam's got